To me, Skyrim was more than just a game. It was a lesson. A lesson to dream big, to act without hesitation, and to live life on my own terms. Skyrim was the first game I've ever played from start to finish. At the time, I had played other games like Minecraft and Destiny, but none captivated me the way Skyrim did. Like every great game, Skyrim had me diving into online guides, area walkthroughs, overpowered item locations, quest tutorials, and even character builds. On school nights when I should have been doing homework, I was up late, researching Skyrim. Skyrim was able to hold my focus for hours at a time, and gave me a thrill I haven't experienced since. It easily cemented itself as one of my top 5 games of all time, and later led me to explore other titles like Dark Souls 1, 3, and Elden Ring, each distinguished games in their own right. Games like Soulsborne titles put your character in the role of a nobody, facing godlike beings with the odds stacked against you. In contrast, games like Shadow of War ground your character early on as a powerhouse, capable of dominating enemies, conquering kingdoms, and vanquishing Nazguls. Yet Skyrim places you in a unique middle ground, allowing you to choose your own path while earning a reputation as your character grows and develops. This freedom creates a sense of immersion enhanced by random encounters, engaging dialogue, and action-packed questlines. As your character grows, so does the world around you, almost as if it's rising to meet your challenge. Legendary dragons come to face off with the one who will be called Dragonborn. Back in 2013, after school, when I would come home and boot up my PlayStation 3, Skyrim wasn't just another game for me to play. And the Dragonborn wasn't just another main character. It was me. His choices, his combat, and his skills were all mine. Starting out with so many different pathways gave Skyrim this almost bigger than life feeling, even in a fantasy world. And it was all about you, the Dragonborn. You didn't get there through sheer might or power, fate seemed to want you to succeed. The game begins with the final boss himself intervening in your execution. From the very start, Destiny had your name written in its story. Your character begins the game as an adult with no accomplishments, no history, and no story. The game emphasizes this as you're not even important enough to be on the execution list. For me, that feeling of being a nobody was relatable, and it played perfectly into the fantasy. From nobody to becoming the most influential person in the world, the feeling that gave me was irreplaceable. The status, the acknowledgement. Listener of the Dark Brotherhood, Guildmaster of the Thieves Guild, Thane of every city, Harbinger of the Companions, Vampire Lord, Werewolf, Archmage of the College of Winterhold, Champion of Daedric Princes, Hero of Sovngarde, Slayer of Dragons, and Savior of Skyrim. Countless titles, but none more fitting than Dragonborn. It's easy to overlook that until that day in Helgen, your character had no way of knowing how special and great they truly were. So when times get tough and results seem out of reach, let hope guide you. Trust that one day, your consistency and faith in yourself will lead to an event that changes your life and reveals your true potential. If you take one lesson from Skyrim, and more importantly the Dragonborn, let it be this. Each man lives 2 lives, and the second begins the moment he realizes he only has one. Never forget, it only takes one day to make you, and one day to break you. But if you promise yourself to stay consistent for one more day, each day, I promise you life will yield much easier than you think it will. Skyrim is more than a game. It's a lesson. To dream big, to never hesitate, and to live life on your own terms.